Mark Bishop Show. Truly like a box of chocolates. You never know who you're going to meet. From business, lifestyle, and fun. Here's Mark.
Welcome to another show. You know, with qualified commercial truck drivers in high demand nationwide, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, the FMCSA, is highlighting how veterans and transitioning service members can turn their military experience into rewarding civilian careers. So, to discuss the agency's military-focused programs, the growing demand for commercial drivers, and how veterans can successfully transition, I've been fortunate enough to have Cicely Waters, the Director of Communications for the FMCSA. Hi and welcome, Cicely.
Hey, Mark. Thank you so much for having me.
The FMCSA is committed to helping military personnel transition into the transition workforce, through programs making it easier and faster. How is it all going, really? I mean, you know what, with all the controversy we've seen lately in the news as far as CDL licensing is concerned?
Sure. So we're at it. I'll tell you, we got our nose to the ground in making sure that our roadways are as safe as they can be, as that's really the mission and the focus of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. It's our job to focus on reducing crashes, injuries, and fatalities on our roadways that involve large trucks and buses. And this Freedom Haulers initiative is one way that we think can support our mission.
That's really great to hear, and comforting too, to be honest with you. You know, the Commercial Motor Vehicle Safety Training MVOS grant, which funds educational institutions, training providers that help current and former service members, you know, they must be pretty excited about this. I mean, what qualities do veterans bring to the commercial driving workforce, and why are they such a strong candidates for these careers?
Mark, as a 10-year veteran of the Air Force myself, I can tell you that my fellow veterans, many of them are going to inherently have these great qualities that employers are looking for, especially those in the trucking industry. And those include things like safety and professionalism, leadership and accountability, experience operating complex equipment, and the ability to work independently while completing critical missions and tasks. And what's more critical than making sure loads, important products that help to keep our supply chain stable, helping to move that across the country.
Yeah, very much so, you know. So how do the FMCSA's programs, including the Even Exchange program, help veterans and transitioning service members earn a CDL more quickly? So
through FMCSA's Even Exchange program, military veterans who meet certain specific qualifications, this program helps them to streamline the CDL licensing process. So in participating states, veterans can have both the CDL driving skills test as well as the knowledge test waived. And this allows them to truly exchange their military credentials for a commercial driving license.
Well, the trucking industry offers competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and, flexible schedules, some travel opportunities, long-term career. So it must be something, good to look forward to. What is the CMVOST grant? What is that about? How does it help veterans and military spouses train for a trucking career?
The CMVOST is a grant program managed by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, through which we give federal funding to CDL training programs. Oftentimes, these programs are going to be housed in community colleges or other separate entities. But those programs, through our federal funding, can offer scholarships to veterans and their families, like their spouses or their children, to complete CDL training at no out-of-pocket cost to the veteran or the student.
That's a big help. Now, I'm going to throw one out of the left field here, because you're going to get people, what they're like, the negative bunch, but they're all going to say, well, we're talking about, I understand the discipline, I understand the training and experience, from certain veterans. But what about those veterans that, PTSD, other complaints, other issues? Is there a screening process heavily before they can even go for this type of thing?
Sure. So once an employer chooses to hire a driver, they will undergo their own screening processes, which will be specific in particular to the hiring company or the hiring agency. But those sorts of screenings are not necessarily a part of the fundamental training to get your CDL.
And what do they expect? I mean, do they go through a military briefing firstly from a point of view of, because, commercial truck drivers are in high demand. What kind of career opportunities, benefits, what can veterans expect from the transportation industry?
So once they are able to go through this program, whether it's through the Even Exchange program for those veterans who already have the experience driving heavy equipment or the vehicles, or even if it's a veteran who is interested in transitioning but does not have that experience and will need to go through the full CDL training. Once they complete that CDL training, doors will truly open up for them. Companies will offer positions, whether they are long haul trucking, and those are those truck drivers who may be away from home for a few days because they're hauling goods from coast to coast, or there may be those drivers who have the shorter routes, our short route drivers, and then don't forget about the delivery drivers like UPS or FedEx. They require CDL licenses as well, depending on the size of the vehicle that they're driving. So once they have that CDL, there is truly a world of opportunity out there for truck drivers.
Talking with Cicely Waters, the Communications Director for the FMCSA. Cicely, what advice would you give to a service member who is preparing to transition to civilian life and maybe is considering a career in commercial driving? What are your thoughts?
I would say learn as much as you can about the process. And for those military members who do have the experience, please look into the Even Exchange program. You have up to 24 months after leaving service or after performing that qualifying job in the military. You have up to 24 months to take advantage of the Even Exchange program. And again, for those who may not have that experience, please visit our website and see what other opportunities there may be out there to help you. And I want veterans to know that you can use your GI Bill to pay for CDL training as well.
That's a good one, isn't it? Hey? Because that's not cheap. Speaking of the website, folks, write this down. It's a long one, but you can go check it all out. And if that's listening, thank you for your service. But listen, just go to www.fmcsa.gov, but spelt DOT.gov, G-O-V. All right, I'll do it again in a minute. Military Drivers Programs. Military Drivers Programs. That's pretty simple. But the beginning is, and a lot of people aren't even doing www anymore or anything else, but it's, in this case, HTTPS. So we'll go www.fmcsa, the dot, and then spell dot, DOT.gov, / military drivers programs. And it'll be on my site anyway. You'll be able to get it from there, and it'll be all over the place. Let me ask you this, Cicely. Why is FMCSA highlighting its military driver programs around obviously it's a good, around a Hire a Vet Day? Dumb question, huh?
Well, you said it, Mark. It's the perfect opportunity for us to highlight these initiatives, but also to encourage employers to think about those inherent qualities that veterans can bring to your workplace. We've had a lot of trucking companies to step up to the plate, and they've been doing this for years. It's really nothing new on the trucking side of things. For example, Warner has committed to hiring 1,400 veterans over the next year.
Wow.
And there are several other examples. Yeah, that's going to make a big difference in the lives of those 1,400 veterans. And there are lots of other trucking companies out there doing the same. So lots of opportunity for our veterans to transition into this truly worthwhile and truly needed career field.
My word, without the trucking, a lot of stuff doesn't get around, and we all suffer one way or another. And, I don't know. It's going to be a while yet before we've got nobody at the helm of driving a truck, I tell you. Anyway, time to go. I'm really happy about this. Great for the vets, Cicely. But before we go, please give that website out again one more time.
Sure. In addition to the website that you mentioned, we also have a Freedom Haulers website, and it is freedomhaulers.dot.gov, and that's freedomhaulers.dot.gov.
Freedom Haulers. I'm going to put that on the site as well. .dot.gov. And the haulers is HAULERS, yes?
You've got it.
One word, Freedom Haulers. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. All righty. Lovely. Lovely to have you on the show. And good luck with this.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Hope you enjoyed that, folks. Vets, go for it. What a great thing. Huh? Tell your buddies. Tell anybody. Get out there with a megaphone. Let them know. A lot of people don't hear things. Cicely Waters, the Director of Communications from the FMCSA.
Join us again for another episode of The Mark Bishop Show. It's a production of Mark Bishop Media.